You've tried to calm your mind, the breaths, the app, telling yourself to just relax. And for a moment, it works. Then the thoughts come back louder, faster, almost angry that you try to silence them. Here's what nobody tells you. The harder you fight your mind, the stronger it gets. Not because something is wrong with you, because of how the mind actually works. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Think about what calm down really asks of you. It splits you in two. There's you, the one who wants peace. And there's the mind, the noisy thing you're trying to manage. One part fighting another part. But notice, both are happening inside you. The anxious thought and the one irritated by the anxious thought. They're the same movement of the mind, wearing two costumes. So when you try to calm down, you've just stacked a second thought on top of the first. You didn't reduce the noise, you doubled it. Krishnamurti spent his life pointing at one line that takes years to digest. The observer is the observed. The one watching your anxiety isn't separate from the anxiety. They're one event, which means the war you're fighting, calm you against anxious you, is a war with no two sides. It's the mind fighting itself and calling the struggle trying to relax. Neuroscience arrived at the same place from the opposite direction. When you stop focusing on a task, your brain doesn't go quiet. A network switches on. They call it the default mode network. The machinery of self-referential thought, replaying the past, rehearsing the future, narrating me. And when researchers studied people with decades of meditation behind them, they found something strange. These people didn't have stronger control over that network. They had less activity in it and less effort. They weren't winning the fight. They had stopped fighting. So if struggling makes it worse, what's the alternative? Not another technique, a change in posture. Stop trying to stop the thoughts, and instead watch them without taking a side. A thought arrives. I'm so behind. Normally you either believe it or argue with it. Both keep it alive. There's a third option. Let it be there and simply notice it, the way you'd notice a cloud cross the sky. You don't push the cloud. You don't grab it. You let it pass because that's what clouds do and what thoughts do when you stop feeding them with resistance. The Stoics had a name for the gap between what happens and how you answer it. Marcus Aurelius wrote his private reminders to find that gap again and again. The Buddhist traditions built whole practices around it. Different centuries, different languages, the same discovery. You are not the thought. You are the space the thought appears in. And space doesn't need calming. It's already still. Try this the next time your mind won't quiet. Tonight, if it's racing, don't try to clear it. Instead, ask one question. Who is aware of this thought? Don't answer in words. Just feel the small step back the question creates. The noticing, behind the noise. The thoughts may keep coming. Let them. You've stopped being the swimmer fighting the current and become the riverbank, watching the water rush past, untouched by it. That isn't a trick to stop thinking. It's the end of needing to. The quiet you're looking for was never on the other side of the noise. It's underneath it. The awareness that's been here the whole time, calm, while the surface churned. You don't have to build it. You only have to stop turning away from it. Your mind gets louder when you fight it. It softens when you simply let it be seen. So tonight, don't try to quiet your mind. Just watch it and notice the one who is watching.